Hi, Sleevy G here. How you doing? Gina. Just wanted to do a little update to keep track of my progress. Again, Gina had Vsg surgery June the 2nd of 2017, Tijuana, Mexico, with Dr. Ariel Ortiz. My highest weight was 290. When I started with that surgeon's office, as I was denied here in the States, the surgeon's office in Mexico, I started at 277, and then went down to the surgery date was 261.5. Last week, the last time I filmed was, I believe, 2 weeks ago, week 14. So week 15, I weighed in at 230.2. That was a 0.1 loss. What? 0.1? What? Oh well. I really take it. I just don't let it bother me anymore. I just really don't. I take what I can get, and that's just the way that it is. I am someone who has PCOS, so losing weight for me has always been a struggle, and I've always been on the slower end of things, and I knew going into that this was how I was probably going to be. And my weight loss is very much tied in with my period. But anyway, I'll talk about that later. Let me get through this. So then this past Friday, it's now Monday, so I'm a couple days late on that. But this past Friday was my 4 month. I'm very excited about that. Like, it would have flew by 4 months. So I'm super excited. That's week 16. And I weighed in at 228.1, which was a 2.1 pound loss, which was awesome. And with my period, I might add. So just a little bit about that. So PCOS affects all your hormones, puts everything out of whack, and messes with your periods for most of us. Prior to this, I barely had a period in like 2 years. So ever since I had the surgery, the month after, I had surgery in June, so I had my period in July, August, and I just now had it in September. That is like a record. 3 periods in this time frame is like a record for me. And so I find that, I don't know if my other PCOS sisters out there can relate to this, but I tend to lose weight the week during my period, the week after my period, and a little bit maybe the week after that. But then while I'm waiting for my period for like 2 weeks to come, those 2 weeks I always just lose either very little, or I'm like, I haven't really gained a lot. I haven't had that kind of stuff, but just usually stayed the same, or that 0.1. So that tends to happen around my period. So I know that I just had my period, so this is going to be a good week for me, and possibly the week after might be a decent week for me, and then the week after that I'll probably struggle, and this has just been the system. So whatever, I just move along with it, right? As far as any struggles or anything I'm having, I'm pretty much still doing like a low carb kind of deal. I say that I run alongside keto because I know that I just can't do that right now, being this, not too far out from surgery. I find that I can't do that right now, and so I'm just heeding the advice of other keto veterans that just say, pace yourself and take your time with that, and that's exactly what I'm doing. So I do try to stick with a low-key kind of deal, and a lot of things that I used to like, I don't like anymore. I'm still me and chicken. I can eat a little bit of chicken salad here and there. Again, I can eat little 2 nuggets from Chick-fil-A in a salad. I can do that. But other than that, I can't do it. So I just been, like I said, low carb in it and chucking along and eating every 3 hours or so. My water intake is not as where it should be, but I'm also not stressing over that either because my urine is fine. The weight loss is still going. And when I force feed myself water or anything, it makes me sick. I get sick. And I don't want to walk around and be sick all the time because that makes me not want to do anything. So it's like this evil cycle. So I feel like I'm definitely increasing my water. Still can't do plain water. So there's a few things I just wanted to say about that, is that I found that has helped me get through it, because a lot of people I've talked to have the same issue about not being able to handle the plain water. Like, it just hits your stomach like a ton of bricks. I can so relate. But I found these things and they seem to help me a lot. Like, I don't know if you've seen like Hint, and this is watermelon, I'm sorry. They have lemon, cucumber, peach, mango, whatever. I tend to love watermelon. And I know that this is probably not going to be around forever. At one of the stores, they already didn't have watermelon. It was just lemon and cucumber. So I don't know if it's summer kind of thing. But anyway, it's water, it's just water infused with watermelon. It very much is water, with just a hint, which the name is perfect, with just a hint of a watermelon flavor. There are times when this too does drop to my stomach and makes me a little, but there's times when it's just what I needed, just a little something else. But because I love water, I'm a water guzzler. When I watch my husband guzzle a bottle of water, I'm like foaming at the mouth in jealousy, because like I want to guzzle water, but and I know that can't happen. And then I also found these new little drinks, and these are so good. Trimino, I don't know if you've seen this. Trimino. This is a strawberry lemonade, 7 grams of protein. It's so good. Oh, actually, I can't speak for this one. I don't know if this one's good, but I had a coconut pineapple, 7 grams of protein. Awesome. It was so good. It was the easiest 7 grams of protein I've had. It has no sugar, no carbohydrates. It's got vitamin B, 3, B5, B6, B12. Again, it's awesome. 7 grams of protein. Whoop, whoop, love this. It's becoming my new friend. I love finding new friends. So anyway, you might want to try and look. I found this at Giant, and Giant also has a brand of this. If you live near a Giant, I can't remember what it's called. But they have their own brand of just regular water. It's not seltzer or anything with this hint of fruits and stuff like that. I actually prefer the Giant brand over this name brand kind of thing, and this was more expensive, but they didn't have any at Giant, so I settled for this. Yeah, other than that, I've just I find myself like craving soup all the time, and I'm not normally a soup person, but that's what I've been taking to work since heading back to work. I pack a bag of food wherever I go, because every 2-3 hours comes along every 2 and 3 hours. So I pack a bag because I don't want to be somewhere and just eat something wrong just because I'm in that situation. So I try not to do that. I have had a few little slides ins with let's see, I went to a wedding, and I decided that I was going to try an alcoholic beverage. I don't even know what it is. My husband, I asked him to try to get me something slushy, like, pina colada, which is my downfall. But they didn't have anything like that. So he just went up there and asked them for something girly. That's what him. So he went up there and asked them for something girly, brought me this girly drink back. And I know it had Malibu in it. I could taste that. But as soon as I started drinking it, it went down. My stomach felt hot. Like I haven't felt that sensation before. So, and I started feeling very dizzy, like immediately. And so I was like, wow, am I going to be one of those people? So I actually didn't drink anymore. And then like later in the night, I finished a little bit of it, but then I just put it down and thought, you know what, I'm not ready for this right now. And not only that, I don't need no stalls in my progress. I'm already on the slow loser side, but so I don't want to, be throwing wrenches in my own path. So I did do that, and then I had a piece of their cake. But the good Lord must have been there with me at that wedding, because that cake was horrible. I hate to say it, it was the worst wedding cake ever, so it made it very easy not to finish that wedding cake, so I got away with that. I have had a little slip-ins. I wanted to see, I like to try different little foods just to see if I like it anymore. I tend to not like milk chocolate anymore, which was my number one downfall. Like, I just can't seem to eat it. It tastes like poo-poo, and I'm just not going to do it anymore. So I did buy some sugar-free chocolate and melted it down and added some nuts in there just so it, you know, had a little bit more to it. Hair loss. Hair loss. Well, before I get into that real quick, so I decided for this wedding, because I was trying to, you know, feeling myself a little bit, and I wanted to be all cute, and I went to the store and I bought an outfit. I haven't been buying clothes. I just been going back and what I've already had, and had a girlfriend who had gained some weight, and she gave me some of her clothes. So I'm definitely, you know, went down a couple sizes from 20 to like a 16. So like I've been wearing 16. So I bought my nice little 16 outfit. That was all cute. And I decided I was going to go to not the professional salon, but like, well, it is professional salon, but you know, the nail salons. So I went to the nail salons and got fake eyelashes put on, and they were gorgeous. I looked gorgeous, but they started coming off on the corner, at least one of them, and she had taken the glue, the black glue, and she put it all up. So she glued my real lashes to these fake lashes. But when they came off, my eyelashes are, I felt bald. I really felt bald on my eyelashes, which coincide with the hair loss that I'm about to tell you about, which is horrendous. So if you ever seen any of my other videos from like a long time ago, I went through a hair loss episode prior to even having the surgery. I had been in the hospital for pneumonia, and exactly textbook, 3 months later, my hair started falling out. You lose it for 3 or 4 months. It's called telogon-ephyllum or something like that. It's when your hair follicles cycle gets messed up, and you just have to run the course. So I know that I don't like to debate all of this, and I know that a lot of people, I don't know, I'm just not a debater. I just don't want to debate anything, but I personally do believe that it doesn't have anything with how much protein you take in and all that. I believe it's just a cycle and it's a system, and you're just going to have to live through it. You can eat all that protein that you want. Not that I don't try to get my protein in, I do, but I'm just saying that the hair follicles, it's a cycle, and it's Chemistry Queen did a video on that, and I loved it, so you can check it out. I think that the majority of the community is meeting their protein needs and taking their vitamins and doing all the things, and they're still losing the hair, and some of them are like, why I'm doing this and I'm doing that. It's just life, and it's just what's going to happen. So it's hit me really hard. I tried to get some, I went to Ulta Beauty and probably spent too much money on stuff that probably won't even help, but even though I know it's a cycle and it's something that's going to happen, I too fall into that, and I gotta buy something, I gotta do something about this, be proactive. So I did buy some shampoo, actually sitting right over here, because I didn't put nothing away, which my husband loves. Nioxin, I bought some of that just to see if it'll help a little bit. I don't know, but I'll try it. What can I say? Give it a whirl. I also go to the hairdressers and get keratin treatments. I am losing big clumps of hair. Even just, I don't wash my hair very often at all. I've been using the dry shampoo. I used, who did I get that from? I forgot. Somebody was using the Batiste with the tinted color in it. So I've been using that a little bit, you know, and just stretching out my washes. I don't know if it really matters or not, because the hair is just coming out. I could just sit here right now and just start. And yep, sure enough, there's hair. I don't know if you can see it or not. But it's just, I just pull it out. It's just coming out. So, I'm just trying to hang in here with that ride. It started about 2 weeks ago. The hair loss started. It's really in its prime right now. So I know I got another, 3 months or so to put up with that. But hopefully it will not leave me bald. That will not be cute. But anyway, that's all I had to share. I didn't mean to do 15 minutes. Forgive me. I hope y'all have a great day. Thanks.